Hello, hope you've been happy, healthy, and safe. We are going to do another pick your card reading. So timestamps will be down below. I do pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So whenever you're ready, meditate on the cards and then we will jump right in. So if you picked pile 1, calling in your angels, your guides, and all that good stuff. And we will see what energies come towards you today. Okay, so. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? Okay. Alright. Okay, so. I'm feeling you have the High Priestess, the Eight of Earth, and the Knight of Air. Okay. This could be you or somebody around you, or it could be, basically you up in your head. But I do believe that this is a person, could be in your Knight of Air energy right now, who I'm connecting with. So it means you're very intellectual, you're very determined, you're a little bit on guard, though I do believe like you're in your head a lot. I want to say you overthink things quite a bit. So the energy is, you have to use your intuition a little bit more. I'm picking up from this, okay? You need to be in that High Priestess energy. And this comes a lot with partnerships. You need to have patience, that sort of thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, it almost feels like you're very intellectual, so you, I want to say, jump the gun a little bit, okay? Yeah, that's how it feels to me. But there needs, because you're all up in your head, you work yourself up and you're not trusting that intuition, that wisdom within, okay? Um, there is an element, you have the Eight of Earth. So there is an element here, that you need to remain focused. Use your education that you've, or the, I'm not saying that right, not the education, but the knowledge that you already have. Use that, like, bring that forward to materialize what you actually want, not what you think you want, if that makes sense. Not sure why I'm picking that up. For some of you, it does feel like you are, in some sort of studies or something like that, like you're, maybe in college or something like that, okay? For some of you, not all of you. So I'm picking up on two groups with this here. But I am picking up that you have to, get out of your mind a little bit and follow your intuition a little bit more. Like, yeah. Yeah, again, I'm picking up that you need to pause. You have the perspective awakening card here. So you need to, yeah, really pause and maybe look at things from a different angle, okay, with this monkey mind, and communicate that. Maybe I'm picking up like a little bit more in a more soft way. Like, it feels like you communicate very harshly. You're like, you just cut to the chase. And it feels like you need to, yeah, use, like, put the roses up a little bit. Like, because you see how this person is standing there, like, on guard, and then they got the roses and they're kind of, like, holding them down. Like, and I envision them going, here. Right? So it's kind of like, instead of, you know, that approach, maybe, like, hold them up and pass them gently. I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe you're gonna give someone roses. I don't know. But you need to be slightly less harsh in your approach, less logical and more on your softer intuitive side, if that makes sense. The Two of Air, you also, it feels like you are in a stage right now where you're sort of, should I go this way? Should I go that way? I don't know which way to go. I don't know. And again, in this mental state, so it feels like you're a bit indecisive. Maybe you're avoiding something. Yeah, and then we have the 10. Excuse me, the 10 of fire here. This with the overwork, stress. So with these studies, I do believe, or this could be work. Take it how it resonates for you. But it feels a little bit like you are overwhelmed, you're overworked, you're stressed, you're like, oh, you want to give up. Okay? But again with the intuition, Spirit is saying, like, don't give up, use your intuition. Like, use your intuition in regards to whatever this is, right? Okay, and yeah, it feels like you are trying to change disappointments that you've had in the past. You're trying to move past these difficult times, disappointments, things like that. You are trying to get in your 4 of fire. So you're trying to dance, you're trying to enjoy life, you're trying, but you're not quite there. You're trying to celebrate your little joys and things like that, but because this came in the reversed, it's telling me that that's a little bit tough for you sometimes. Spirit really wanting to say you need to celebrate your small wins. And then you got the Ace of Water with emotions, relationships, and again, intuition. So, yeah, you want to create new beginnings with relationships. I am picking that up, right, with the holding the flowers. And so it feels like you're a little bit guarded when it comes to relationships. Maybe this stresses you out. You don't really know where you stand, maybe in a certain partnership or something like that. And Spirit, yeah, again, saying use that intuition, take that softer approach, and just remain grounded, because there are things to celebrate here. There are new beginnings. There's things coming in for you, but you just need to move past that spilled milk and the past disappointment and grudges and things that you're holding on to, and just forgive yourself first, and then forgive other people, because you may have, I want to say, judged them or incorrectly, or based off maybe how you would react, or in the same situation, and you don't understand because they reacted a certain way. You don't understand that, and it's creating confusion for you. It's creating indecisiveness. It's making you want to avoid things. But there is, if you can see this little, pretty sure it's a coin, there is success for you, but you have to move past that mental chatter and that overwhelm that you seem to be bringing on really yourself, right? I feel that you're bringing this on yourself. Okay, let's get some advice for you. What spirit, how you can move past this, basically. Yeah, heal the past. You're getting heal the past. So yeah, I am feeling there is something that you are holding on to that needs to change in order for you to move forward, okay? And if this is dealing with, past relationships or something like that, it needs to, you need to heal it. You need to release it. You need to realize what you gain from the experiences that you had, and learn and grow and create, I want to say, new roots, like new foundations for yourself, and new beginnings for yourself, and structure, and realize where you went wrong in the past, and perhaps not make those same mistakes, right? And then you will move past this overwhelm feeling, right? And just like for some of you too, I'm getting a feeling like you work, and you just have nothing really to show for it, and it feels like you don't have time for relationships, you don't have time for stuff, because you're always working, and then when you're not working, you're all up in your head about stuff, and it feels like these are things you have to let go, okay, in order to create balance. I am picking up for some of you like one or two of you. I actually am seeing this as you're intuitive. You are intuitive and stuff, and maybe you're working on your studies right now. Maybe you're going to college or whatever, and there's somebody around you that's kind of determined to court you. That's just for some of you. So picking that up too. They're determined, and you just feel overworked and stressed and up in your head. You're not sure about this connection. The spirit saying for you guys, just make sure you trust your intuition and don't bring past experiences forward with you. Like, again, like, I'm picking up, like, this is somebody else, and maybe they're like, maybe they're somebody who just hands you the flower, right? I'm picking up that, though, you need to be less guarded, or they need to be less guarded. I'm not sure here. It feels like you or them, I'm not really sure, is bringing things up from their past relationships, and that's causing you to not celebrate, if that makes sense, because you're too busy crying over spilt milk, or they are. Anyways, yeah. So whatever it is, whichever the case, however this resonates, whichever scenario here that I'm picking up, there's a big message to heal the past, okay? And then, yeah, starting fresh, right? So start fresh with those new perspectives, and just not, like if there's a new relationship approaching you, like try to let go, use your intuition and let go of this guardedness. Like, don't this okay, sorry. Yeah, so you want to not bring the past crap with you forward, but you do want to use your intuition, and if there is a need for you to be a little bit guarding with your energy, because maybe they're coming on too strong a little bit. Spirit saying, again, listen to your intuition and trust that, and if you do have to be a little bit guarded, then go ahead, but don't close off your heart and bring past experiences forward thinking negatively, if that makes sense. That makes sense. I think so. Okay. Okay, and then what else do we have for you? I'm just gonna get one more. Wake up call. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling for some of you, yeah, you had a wake up call in the past, because it does really feel like you were focused on past experiences and things like that, and so maybe there is a situation where you or they or whatever was a little bit on guard, and something happened and you separated, and that was like a wake-up call for you. Like, I'm reading it that way. I'm also reading it kind of like there needs to be a wake-up call for you to not bring the past forward with you. You need to start fresh, okay? Let's see what you need to surrender, and then we'll get messages from the universe, and then we will leave it there for pile one. Okay. Okay, so we have surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So I do feel for you or them, because I am feeling that somebody, for a relationship, if there's a relationship here, somebody is determined. They're determined about something, right? But either you or them, doesn't matter, but all that's gonna do is push the other person away. Okay, so surrender to effortlessness. Don't try to control it, okay? And then let's messages from the universe, and then we're moving on to 2. Yeah, so most people are just trying to survive. So just remember, most people are so beguiled by your charm, awed by your confidence, and inspired by your choices, they simply forget to say thank you, please, and I love you like crazy. As often as they feel the urge, let's not be one of those people. Thank you. Please, I love you like crazy, the universe. Okay, so yeah, just know whatever this is, everybody's just trying to survive. So we try to control, we try to press issues, we try to stuff, but there's really just be more. Surrender to just being. All right. Okay, so that was pile 1. Let's move on to pile 2. Okay. All right. So, yeah. What are we gonna do for you, pile 2? Which cards will we use? See, we gotta just focus on that right now. Focus on which. I think we'll use those ones. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, these guys. This is obviously my most favorite deck. Is just the basic psychic tarot. I think it's by John something. It's my favorite one. Simple, to the point. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? Okay. Alrighty, we'll take that for now. Okay, so what do we got here? We got Passion Ignited, we got Spiritual Union, and we got Trapped in Fear. I feel like for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, there is a union between you and another person. Feels very spiritual. It's ignited some passions within you, things like that, okay? However, I feel like one or both parties is trapped a little bit in fear of new beginnings, okay? For others of you, I feel like the spiritual union is within yourself. It's ignited a passion within you. However, you are still a little bit trapped in fear. You're scared of your power. You're scared of... Yeah, you're just scared. You're scared of success, basically. Okay. You have the deception and envy with this is again very spiritual. It feels like there's some deception and envy within your own spirituality, your own. It feels like you're confused, second guessing. You're second guessing the insight that you're getting. However, if you can move past this, there will be triumphant success for you. Now, for you guys that are in a partnership, which is spiritually, which is more of a spiritual union for you, like you connect very deeply, you think this is too good to be true, and you're trapped in fear, it feels like that is creating the deception and envy for you, okay? Or you may be envious of what other people have or their gifts or something like that. However, remember we all have our own gifts and things like that. So we want to build upon those. They're unique to us. Don't be upset because someone has a different gift than you, or they're better at something than you, or something like that. And this could also be with the two people. It could be something like that maybe you're scared because the other one is more, you think they can read your mind or something like that. I don't know. And that scares you a little bit, something. But there's new beginnings here for you, okay? Recognition and reward as well for you. Tapping into those gifts that you do have. There will be, I do believe, recognition and reward for you coming. There's going to be accolades that you didn't even, you're surprised that even are. Maybe something will be communicated to you that you didn't really expect. I'm not sure why I think that's because it feels like you view things a certain way, so you just assume everyone else views it that way. However, I feel like there's going to be something that comes in that's gonna shock you. I'm getting from this, I'm picking up. I feel like whoever I'm connected with, you are very spiritual. And there is going to be success coming your way. Like it says, prosperity begins. Yeah, you got new beginnings here. It feels like there's a change in your throat chakra. You're able to communicate things a lot clearer, a lot better. You've gained inner awareness that is being communicated or shared with others, and it's really it's bringing you really into this space, and your passions are being ignited. However, and your whatever, whether this is a person or a connection with the spiritual within yourself, it's getting stronger, it feels like, and you just have to move past being trapped in fear. For some of you, I feel like you already have moved past being trapped in fear, and this has brought the new awareness to you, which now your prosperity is gonna begin. I do feel like for some of you, the deception and envy is going to be from maybe people in your surroundings, jealous of what you might have or something like that. But spirit coming crossing, you need to make a decision to ignore this, because that will only bring you into this space. And these two, I believe you can overcome very easily if you haven't already. Okay? Okay, let's get some advice. Let's use these guys. Let's get some advice for you. This seems really good. Oh. Okay, guess we're using this one. So there's only one. Feels like two cards. Culmination of fission with 3 and 5. So 3 communications, unions, and 5 change. So and harmony, enthusiasm, advancement, things like that. Culmination of vision. So you're expanding your vision. I am feeling there's change here. There is a little bit of uncertainty. I feel like there is a little bit of hesitation, but I do feel like this is going to create some freedom for you. Okay. Okay, let's get yeah. Ooh. Sorry. What you should surrender, and then messages from the universe, okay? Sorry. It's raining here, and rain makes me so tired. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, surrender fear. And surrender to the wisdom of your body, okay? So, me being tired. Maybe I need to take a nap, okay? So, right? Like, listen to what your body's telling you, right? And surrender that fear. Let go of the fearful stories you were telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. And then you have surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. Okay, I always say that. If you go out on a date and somebody makes you feel sad, right? Like, that's kind of a sign that your soul is saying no, right? If you go on a date with somebody and you feel happy and it feels comfortable and it feels, obviously it depends on what stage of the date. Sometimes, you might feel a little bit anxious or nervous. That's normal, whatever. But I'm talking overall. Or maybe they make you feel angry, or maybe there's somebody. I didn't see these red flags. I dated this guy and he had so many red flags, and I was just like, love is blind. They say love is blind. But it's like he would freak out at people for no apparent reason. It's a huge red flag. Like, he was just instantly angry. Like, that's not cool. Right? So those types of things you want to watch out for. Listen to your body telling you, because my body would tense up and be like, well, this is not okay, right? Like, or I would start crying or something like that. So my body was shouting out no, but I was like, no, my logical mind was like, no, I love you, blah, blah, right? But we have to listen to stuff, right? If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious, right? So if somebody makes you feel like, oh my god, right? Maybe they're just dragging you down with all their problems. Every time you talk to them, it's just always problems. Or something. You have to be cautious of that, because it means that you're probably not good for each other. If you're energized and happy, and then move forward with the connection, right? Absolutely. I think that's great. So surrender fear and surrender to the wisdom of your body, right? Okay, and then let's get a message from the universe. And then we'll leave that reading there. Love in spite of it all. So yeah, I'm really getting that you need to maybe let go of being up in your head and things like that, right? Before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your best friends, and wide-eyed curiosity among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, the first to get back up, and the first to remember that it all began as a dare to love in spite of it all. P.S. I remember the glint in your eyes, all three of them. Okay, so again, with the intuition. So, listen to your intuition here is a big one for this group. Definitely. And just move past that fear. Right? Okay. Perfect. That was good. Alright. We will move on to pile 3. Yay. Pile 3. Yay. Cleaning cards. Cleaning cards. Gotta clean the cards before I move on. You can just fast forward if you don't want to see me clean cards. So I don't know, I just hear someone chattering like, oh my god, I gotta wait for them again. Really? Okay. Pile 3. Inviting in pile 3. What are your messages? Please, Spirit, Angels, Guides. 2 and 3. Clearing from pile 1 and 2. Alright, pile 3. Pile 3. We're gonna go with these guys. I think so. I think so. What do we got to say? What do we got to say today? What do we have to say today? Okay. Oh, you got a lot of hearts in this already. Oh my god, you got lots of hearts. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. Okay. So, firstly, we have move. There's decisions that need to be made surrounding love, and there needs to be a move made here. I feel like whoever I'm connecting to, there's kind of stagnation. It's kind of feels like you have to take your power back. Definitely, you have to trust your inner guidance. In order to create success, okay? And third eye chakra, so your inner guidance, heal your inner guidance and trust your feels, okay? Put an ending to your darkest fears. It's time to move past this and really create service for yourself. And what I mean by that is like put yourself first. and do that inner work, that inner healing that you need to complete certain cycles within your life. Trust, and he's wearing like a purple. Really trust your inner guidance, your intuition here, okay, when it comes to love. Okay, you do have the love abound, so there is a lot of love coming in for you, I do feel. But again, you have to remove those darkest fears in order to get here. It feels like you're refusing to see something. Within a partnership. Like you're refusing to see that someone or someone, in this case I'm feeling someone, is genuine, because you are focused very much on your past, okay? So Spirit is just saying, clarity of belief. If you believe right off the bat that someone's going to hurt you, they will hurt you. But if you change your perspective and your belief into thinking, this is good, this is okay, right? Then that changes this situation as well. Okay, so it's all in your belief. And sometimes we're refusing to see the good that's in front of us because we're so distracted by these fears that surround us that we refuse to see anything good, right? So Spirit really saying, create new beginnings with your clarity of belief there. Yeah, you have to, again, in the first row you got all hearts, right? So you have to master your heart to create new beginnings. So change the old fears and the perspectives and things to create new beginnings. Follow your intuition, have willpower, but really master that heart. Okay, also too, because the fear, there's an element here that you're caging off your heart from others because you don't want to get hurt. So there's a message too coming through that there's maybe somebody out there, it feels like, who feels like you're in a relationship, but maybe it feels safe, but it doesn't, you're not happy in this relationship, but it feels safe, it feels stable, whatever, but you're not truly happy. But you've kind of caged your heart a little bit. So you're loving them or you're in this relationship, but it's not really, you're not letting yourself, you're refusing to see that there are other options for you, that there's true love out there because of your darkest fears, because this is safe, so I'll just stick with this, right? Is how this is feeling. So you need to master that. You need to heal that. Take your power back. Solar plexus again. So you really want to connect with your power in order to connect with your intuition. So they go hand in hand. Your solar plexus and your third eye, they really, you can't have one without the other, okay? So, yeah, you need to heal something it almost feels like you need to heal your inability or your, I don't want to say ability, your necessity to control, okay? Because it feels like you're trying to control everything. And that's not helping you, okay? However, I am picking up, now this is, I'm picturing a car trying to move forward, but it's almost like it's being held back by a tow rope or something. So it's not being towed, it's trying to take the lead, but it's being held back. So a very odd thing popping in my head. But yeah, I feel for somebody, it's like either someone's holding you back from your success, from your intuition, from your really excelling, really growing, or you're holding yourself back, right? By not taking your power to lead, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Yeah, like really, it almost feels like you're scared to make a decision about something because you're safe. It feels like you're just stuck in this safe. You don't want to think outside the box. You don't want to, you don't believe that things will, you're refusing to see that if you take a leap, if you take a leap on yourself and what you desire and your powers and if you take the lead on something, that it might actually grow. There might be love abounds for you, but you're not seeing that. I don't know how better to explain that, but it just feels like you're stuck in living in your darkest fears and you need to move past that, okay? Okay, what advice does Spirit have for you? Let's go there. Let's go there. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Just send it. Just fucking send it. Oh no. There's a surrender card in here. I didn't organize very well. Okay. Oh, guess it's that one. Okay, so step into stillness. So you do. This is power again. My power is born in the majesty of silence. So you really have to trust your intuition and step into stillness and ignore the chatter that's going on around you from other people, from maybe the media sources, the news, gossip at work, things like that. Just step into yourself, listening to what you feel is right, okay? And then let's get one more. Let's get one more of these. Let's get one of those too. And then simplify your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. So you need to just really focus on being in the moment, being present. Don't worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't worry about what happened 10 years ago, because nobody cares and nobody remembers. Focus on just right now, right? Just being here right now. Just focus on that, because you just never know, right? Life is short. You just never know what's going to happen, right? So yeah, focus on the now. But if there's something that you want to do, go for it. Take the lead, and just, because life is short, right? So if there's somebody that you like, or a job that you want, just go after it. Or if there's something you want to do, like a hobby that you just want to try, like maybe you want to be a world famous drummer, but you've never drummed in your life, so just go take a drumming class. Yeah, and forgive and forget. Quit holding on to things that don't serve you, right? And a lot of people say, well, I don't want to forgive that person or that situation. Nobody's telling you have to run out and like go forgive the person and have them back in your life, but forgive them internally. Like, realize what hurts you about them or how they hurt you, and accept it and move on. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can forgive them internally to the universe. Say, I forgive Joe Blow for yada yada. You don't have to actually go physically to Joe Blow's house and tell him, I forgive you, and give him hugs and be in his life. You don't have to do that. You just have to forgive to move past stuff for your own inner well-being, if that makes sense. Okay, now let's get a surrender card, and then messages from the universe, and then I'll leave that one there. And then we will move on to, actually, I think we're done. Now I can't remember. I think this is pile 3. Oh my god. Okay. Surrender, setting limits. So that goes with this. So the darkest fears and the cage heart, it feels like you're setting limits to yourself. You can go the distance, but you're like too scared to do that. Okay, that's how this is feeling to me. So it is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs, and remember that no is a complete sentence. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of picking that up, right? Like, there are things that you need to master that, maybe that you want, that you're refusing to see. Maybe you're too busy because you're comfortable in a relationship, so you're like, there's nothing better for me, I'll just accept this, they love me. Maybe you don't say no enough. Maybe you just are like, maybe they want to do something and you don't really like it, but you do it because you're comfortable and it makes them happy, but they're not really thinking of what makes you happy. Do you know what I mean? Like, say you like to go to crafting workshops. Let's say crafting workshops. And they like watching hockey. Now, there's nothing to say that you go to crafting workshops, they go to hockey, and then you spend your time together watching TV that makes you happy. However, there are some people that, even though they don't like hockey, they go to hockey anyway. And I did this myself, right? Like, did things they wanted to do, but never, whenever I wanted to do something, they didn't like that, so the way they wouldn't do that. You see, there has to be that equal balance. So if I'm going to do something that I don't like with you, then you should have to come with me. Or we just don't go at all. Do you know what I mean? And do something fun we both enjoy. So I'm picking that up here. Is just sometimes you need to say, no, I don't really like doing that. How about we do this instead, like on Thursday? Right? Pretty easy. Alright. Okay, now, I feel like a life coach. Anyway. Which is crazy, because I have a really boring life. Those you love you. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. That's it, right? Good advice. I mean, I am picking up that whoever this is, there's a lot of you to love, but it's like you're closing yourself down because you're afraid. You're afraid of something. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, there's a lot of you out there, so who knows what I'm picking up here, but you have to move past being afraid of stuff. Okay. Alright. I think that's it. I think that was 3 piles. We're at 56 minutes, so yeah, that's gotta be 3 piles. I don't even remember now. I've done so many readings today. Alright. Okay, hope you stay happy, healthy, and safe, and until next time.